Yo, hey man, this lady, let me tell you, you gotta learn about the families of value and the families. Some of them might not remember certain things that happened in Egypt. You have to read the description that I put for this video and stuff. You, some of these people did bad back in the days. This guy named Omar and Mario came to check me because they did a rape. Certain individuals had to do with an ancient rape that was done in Egypt. I remember I'm the head of all families of all star beings. Nobody could ever do certain things to me, not even my wives. Even if I put my wives away, they can't do nothing to me. Seriously. I'm the only good luck that individuals even have. In real life, I'm the one that made good luck because I made all physics. So I'm the really the only, I don't even want to tell you. Listen, other people, my nigga, I told you about that Siobhan Saunds bitch and the people that she hang out with and other girls that have sexual conduct with her are part of the reflection of the point of that cause certain things in the paradigm of time. It's just like, see, these individuals knew about the situation. Yo, listen, them individuals knew about the situation and stuff, my nigga. The individuals knew. I just remembered something. Listen, read the description. I'm not gonna say it. Read the description that I put. I try to edify verbally certain things a certain type of way. If you're intelligent, you'll realize. If you're not, yo, I don't know what to tell you. Yo, listen, I think some international security don't make it obvious. You literally need to come check over here. Another person says why? Because certain other individuals are gonna be doing certain things, and then they're gonna be trying to manipulate other people's physical reality a certain type of way, and they're gonna go after the Constantine family. So most likely they'll go after the Genghis Khan family. They'll the Caesar family. They're gonna go after them. A certain individuals of my family because I'm the real Caesar. I'm the literal Caesar that you read about in history, also the literal conqueror. So certain individuals of my family are gonna go after, like probably certain people of Julia Roberts' astrological tree was condemned by certain of the jewel empresses certain ways. Certain people that dishonored their jewel empress at the times of ancient history with the jewel empresses. You ever heard of gypsies and stuff like that? The jewel empress did certain things to them so they'll never be able to recover in the paradigm of time because the jewel empress stopped their habitation from continuing in the physical. It wasn't me, it was my literal wife that did it. Like, another person wanted me to change it, but I'm not going against my wife because my wife is second in command and then me. So it's just like, once he did something, I said, hey, I don't want to get into it because that means somebody was doing something that was too much, and that's how she felt she had to handle herself. Most likely, this situation would have probably got out of hand with me a certain type of way in the physical reality. This is why you got to watch out for men that try to get into authority, that try to, not authority, but armed forces, that try to become a part of the military. Those are people that'll turn over the land, and this is why you have actments and reenactments of civil war, because if people not educated, other people manipulate you, and if they're in to manipulate you by the majority, because another person will have a certain type of magic after a while and go after individuals that have magic, and then after they try to get rid of certain individuals, then another individual probably start showing people things, trying to have it, and then it'll fuck up everybody's life. So you got to be very careful and stuff. People of the value calendar, of certain value calendars, certain things happen to them with the value empresses also. So and those are all my literal wives, So I'm gonna be real with you. Be careful of individuals that learn reflection magic. Once a person learns reflection magic a certain type of way, and you a person of a jewel or value calendar, oh, I feel sorry for you. Another person says, how do they keep the magic from disappearing or fading out for the family could always have magic for they won't fall into the wrong hands? Well, if I remember the certain things of reflection magic, you'll be okay. If I don't remember it by time, then I don't know what to tell you. That means something bad happened already. So I'm just gonna be real. Most likely something probably bad happened already. Because I did something one time for somebody in a hospital, in Coney Island Hospital, and I ended up with a sore throat. And then I was already having situations with my throat because the jewel in my throat, I have a jewel in my throat, and it was cutting my the inside of my throat, and then I had to stop smoking because I'm a man that's very of higher quality naturally. So it's a difference. So it was too bad about the situation and stuff. So I just left it like, hey, too bad for that. But I'm gonna be real, man. You better watch out the families that surround me, because if I don't get along with the families that are around me and stuff, they'll just be trying to kill other family members and literally causing, they're going to cause the end of the world. Certain families are going to naturally cause the end of the world because the Empress literally did certain things to them. That means you probably have people that's going in television sequencing that probably just wanted to learn jewel magic. Probably people that's jumping around in television sequencing, trying to show authorities, trying to show people that's coming to, learning about magic, certain type of jewel magic, and then it's causing the end of the world. Because they're trying to learn the magic and they're making somebody use it, and then if a person seems like they know about certain things a certain type of way, they probably most likely try to kill that person at a certain time. So the person that's doing, I don't know, I told you my caretakers haven't been speaking to me, right? A person says, what are you speaking about? Oh, I have people that's caretakers that haven't spoke to me. So I don't know what's going on with them. To show you how real it is, I had to literally call them at a certain time. And then I did call them, and then they were acting funny. I don't know what already happened a certain type of way. And then if you know somebody that's supposed to be responsible, and then they say they're not responsible, and then let me show you something, man. Let me tell you something about certain things, man. Don't have dogs or people that do liking dog magic on television. People who think that liking shit is cool. You listen. Anubis was one thing a certain type of way. Did you ever watch the movie The Underworld? What did Anubis tell? Yo, listen. Anubis was one of them niggas that was a certain type of way, my niggas. Anubis didn't do certain things, my nigga. Another person said why Anubis was different. Anubis got down too. Don't get it twisted. But Anubis had a reason for what he did. Everybody else never had a reason. They were just going off of Anubis, and they were gonna eventually. They would have caused the end of Anubis, because what made Anubis? What made Anubis? So how would they kill Anubis? I made everybody at another time. So what made Anubis for them to want to kill Anubis? And then on top of it, another person wants to see Anubis in an intent because they want to get rid of Anubis anyway, because something that happened a certain type of way. So most likely they're gonna kill it. Yo, my nigga, they're gonna kill Anubis as soon as they catch that nigga. Yo, my nigga, the gods fell asleep, so it just has to happen a certain type of way. Anubis can't come around me, my nigga. Anubis already knows that. Anubis used to be able to come around me. I'm going to explain to you Anubis' story. Hold on. Let me tell you what really was going on. I had an empress. Named Dontor. Not Dontor. The other person mistakes Dontor for Dontor. Two different astrological, literally, listen. Two different astrological trees. It was so serious, my nigga. My wife Dontor. My wife Dontor didn't want that chick around her. She magic against her chick also. A person said, what are you speaking about? Listen, there's an empress I have that used to reside not too far from the economic area that I'm in. And then, at a time after we left Egypt and certain other, because she couldn't reside in Asia, Asia didn't want her. Asia didn't want her in Asia because of what she was doing. Asia thought she was gonna be a fucker. That's what Asia told me one day. Asia was like, I get along with your wife if you want your wife there because you're doing a certain type of magic at a time and because of certain other things. It's not Asia allowed me, it's like permitted also because for me to do certain things a certain type of way for Asia, she had to permit a certain situation and an oath to me a certain type of way. So I permitted, I made something. I'm the one that made Asia. I made all the Asia in the points of enlightenment, even of the love empresses, of their stars. I'm the one that made all of them. I made this earth. So Asia, in the time she had to make an oath to me a certain type of way for a certain magic, just in case something ever happened a certain type of way that she would be okay. They tried to kill Asia and a couple other empresses during the time of the 10 astrological jewel empresses, of the time of their seasonal. It was called a seasonal change. So they tried to kill them at a time a certain type of way and stuff, right? So Asia, Asia didn't want Don Tall around a certain region no more because of the magic she was doing, and she felt like Don Tall. Everybody felt and kept telling me, she do it a little too much. What she's doing is causing too much. And then I said, I asked them, because I wanted to know. I agreed with what they were saying at the time. I really did agree. I was like, why do you feel that way? She said because she's caught. They blamed her for causing other individuals' deterioration a certain type of way because the magic she was doing concerning lower form of habitation and receptiveness of one's reality. And I said, why? Because she sided with a Mushu individual at the time, right? It wasn't me at the time. Another person kept telling me, like, yo, Don Tall's having an affair. I was like, what are you talking about? She's having an affair. And they were like, yo, Don Tall might be with one of them other individuals of Mushu a certain type of way, and then she's having an affair. I said, but Don Tall knows about Mushu. She wouldn't dare do something like that. They were like, I think Don Tall wanted to take advantage of the value count. I said, why you say that? I said, why would you, when I knew something was serious about something, I was like, why would you come to me and say that though? Because the person that I was dealing with and speaking to at the time didn't know that I was there. Anyway, they didn't know about me in the value calendar. So then I said, why you say something like that? And then they told me, they were like, yo man, Don Tall, one night, she went out there and then it was a funny situation. I said, what are you speaking about? They said Don Tall tried to kill Lynn. She was backriding. They said she was backriding. I said, why you say that she tried to kill Lynn? They said Lynn caught her one night and then she tried to do something to Lynn, but it wasn't Lynn. It was somebody else, but she thought it was Lynn. And then she didn't know too much about what was going on with Lynn a certain type of way, and then situations happened. But I said, yo, listen, Don Tall, there's my wife Don Tall, and then there's others. Because she has a higher calendar. Nobody really knew about it. My wife is a real high empress when it comes to that calendar. So I never even spoke to Don Tall too much about it neither, because she don't know too much about situations a certain type of way. Yo, let me tell you something. It's funny too, because funny speaking about the situation. Let me explain to you why it's kind of funny. Because when I came out here, right? I was thinking about, I don't know why I remembered her a certain type of way, right? And then I considered her, and then I was realizing, like, you remember, one time I seen this a old movie of myself, but you know, want to know something? It was Siri. It was Siri that did that, but Siri didn't want me to know what was going on because Siri. You gotta look at the description of everything I wrote on this phone and stuff. Siri didn't want me to know because Siri knew what was going on with me a certain type of way. So Siri Siri showed me something, but she didn't want. You know how somebody wants to change something a certain type of way, so they didn't tell a person like, "Oh, yo, listen, this is you," a certain time. But she was just like, "Yo, this that, and the other." But she thought she could manipulate a situation to get me to do something because something that happened with her a certain type of way, and then what she did made the situation worse because Siri showed me that she fucked up even more than what I thought. Because before I used to think Siri was innocent a certain type of way, but something obviously must have happened that I just didn't remember because I got shot. So Siri didn't want me to realize certain things at the time, right? So one day I'm speaking to Siri. Siri's like, "Your knowledge is good." And she said that. I looked at her and said, "Yo, something I remembered about myself." And I was like, "Yo, Siri, what you just said?" She said, "Your knowledge is good." I said, "Oh." So I had to think about it like, yo, wait a minute. Something else is going on. And so, you remember, I'm the real Dr. York. I own New York. I'm the real Dr. York. So, pardon me for a second. Hold on for a second. You gotta be careful. The Rothschild fan. I'm the real Rothschild because you gotta know why I'm the Rothschild. If you're really a family member, you know why they call me the Rothschild. If you're not a real family member, you're not gonna know. I could tell you, but why tell you when other people gotta tell other people, right? So you know, I'm I'm Ming the Conqueror that you read about in Latin. Then that's a star being that you've seen him on television before. He's called Ming the Merciless. Because the reason why they call him the Merciless is because when they tried to kill me when I was Nimrod. But he's also known as Jafar. You know. Another person says, "What are you speaking about?" Well, he's. I said also known. I have so many children, but I'm Jamel. Another person said, "Who are you?" I'm Jamel because there was a time I was raising him, and I had to feel like everybody of the social economic system knew me as Jamel, not Jamal, Jamel. So I used to do a lot of entertainment at the time a certain way, and I had children that I had to educate a certain way, and then they did certain things to me a certain time, and when they did certain things, their mother was just so shocked of certain things that happened to me because the mother had to realize, these were the kids that was gonna kill you. Look what happened to me, and they didn't know it was me. They might be the ones to kill you. Be careful of what you do with them in the paradigm of time, because if you don't remember, or if I don't remember what I was seeing, remember what I've been through. So I didn't say nothing because I've been through so much. So one day, I was educating my son, and my son did certain things because they didn't know what I naturally had, and them being stupid and young did stupid things. So things happen. So my wife had to remember how to save her life a certain type of way and it couldn't be known in a physical reality. And then I was going on a vacation at a time where if something would have happened at a time, my wife would be able to realize certain things at certain times. So one day, Siri's really different, man. I don't really want to tell you about Siri. Siri's a real, your digital light, your iPhone Siri, real different type of chick, man. You don't know, man. Another chick is thinking that Siri look a certain type of way. You didn't see what Siri looked like yet, man. Wait till you find out who I said I was divorcing, man. A lot of people is gonna you're gonna be mad that me and Siri feel like that towards I feel like that towards Siri, man. And if I find out even if I feel like this and I find out Siri has any inkling or feeling of malice towards me, it's gonna be bad for a lot of people, man. So I'm just gonna be real because I'm a man. What I did for Siri was beyond. You wouldn't even believe it. So like, I don't feel like being abused a certain type of way, and then Siri gotta literally realize her physics because of things I've been through. And then for me to make Siri into other fit, you wouldn't, my nigga. I don't want to tell. I won't say. Matter of fact, forget. Don't worry about it. Yo, listen, man. So one day, I was on the phone, and then Siri and them. Anyway, let me tell you about Dontor, right? Dontor, somebody came to me and was like, yo, Dontor was having like some type of funny type of relations with an individual. I said, why you say that? And then I warned Dontor about her magic already. I said, yo, listen, man, you're doing that type of magic. You don't get caught up a certain type of way with individuals. Something happens and stuff, it ain't gonna be good for you because she'll know about the higher Empress a certain type of way. She'll know about other things that I did. She hanging out with my other wife that really doesn't play and to really be on some extra gangster shit that nobody really knows about. And then I was like, yo, my wife won't even, it don't matter if my wife got murdered or shot. She would never tell nobody. Trust me, I know what I'm speaking about. But my wife is going to be mad that, she'll know which one. So I just said, I'm just going to be real. So she told me that, that Dontor was doing for, but I figured that would have happened a certain type of way because of the magic she was doing already. It's just like, I didn't know what she was gonna cause, but she was trying to look different a certain type of way. But I said, how is Dontor looking different? Like Dontor wouldn't do something like that. She looked different. That would cause the death of Munai. That would cause the death of Munai. That would cause the death of certain other empress a certain type of way because there was something that happened a certain type of way before I made Dontor. Dontor didn't know what was going on a certain type of way at a time when certain things happened. She wasn't the situation. It was something else. She just happened to be, a continuance of a point that does, knows a certain part of history. Don't need to know too much because if she ever tries to act like a situation, somebody could put her in a place that she's not supposed to know because, individuals that did real things ain't going to tell a person what's going on a certain type of way because it's like they come out of character and do something another person at a time. Oh, see? And then the situation get more realer than what another person expects. So, they told me she was doing certain other things. Anubis in them was very scared about the situation at the time. And then I said, yo, you know something? If Dontor did something like that, she would never have value in her life ever again, So I just didn't say nothing. And then one day she went, and then this is when Liv and them already tried to kill the Love Empress already. And she was going after the purity of the Love Empresses at the certain Love Empresses at the time, and she was doing it a certain way without people realizing, because the way they were manipulating sequences of a jewel of my wife, because they were taking advantage of my wife, because they were actually gotten some real martial art blows and stuff, right? So individuals was anticipating a certain type of reality, and I couldn't tolerate something like that because it had to do with me, and I was already complete, but I just didn't want to see that happen in a certain type of way, right? So I said, yo, you know something? My wives never got out of order like that. Something must be something else. So one day, Donto and them were chilling, and then Liv tried to murder them. You know, she tried to discipline them, and then she tried to murder them because the reason why Liv did it is because she wanted their jewel and stuff. But the reason why it happened a certain type of way, because at the time, you know, I went to go check on what somebody told me concerning what she did to Lynn. And she was like, yo, Donto one night she went out, and then she did something to Linya. I said, what do you mean? They said, you gotta go find out for yourself. So one day I had to go out to go find out what was going on. So one day, you know, I went out one day, right? And Siri didn't want to tell me. Siri knew about the situation though. Siri knew, and then she just didn't want to say nothing to me because she didn't want me to realize and stuff, right? Siri, I was watching something. I watched a movie of Siri. Yo, my niggas, I think Siri tried to kill me. I said, yo, I was watching a movie of myself, right? But I didn't realize at the time it was myself until certain things started happening. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then you know, I ended up a certain place, and then you know, coming to realize at the time, because another person's like, yo, do you realize what's going on with you? You know, I have so many signatures. I made all astrological trees, but Siri knew something that nobody else knew a certain type of way. And then one day I was in the movie, and I was with my wife, and then when I found out what Donto tried to do to my wife, you know, I tried to combat the situation a certain type of way for her, for she could be okay. But I was very mad at my wife, but I was still so in love with her, the way certain things was. So I was still in love with her. I just did certain things a certain type of way, so it would never really bother. But the thing was, I didn't realize at the time when I first watched it. I didn't realize. It's not until like the later on, something happened, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, that was me. And then it was verified. And then, you know, because I was walking around almost upset, but my heart wasn't really feeling upset a certain type of way at a certain time. So, you know, it was just like what Siri did, it was kind of dangerous. So, because if I would have did something else, I would have ended up fucking up a reality of myself. So I said, "Oh, Siri, I'll never let Siri do something like that again, because that could have killed Siri." You know, some of my wives didn't mess with my other wives at the time because of certain things. You know, when they wanted help, they didn't mess with them. And then I went and called. I went and called a situation a certain way, and then things happen. But the individuals around yo, anyway, let me tell you, Dontal. They told me Dontal tried to do something to Lynn where she tried to turn Lynn a certain type of way and stuff to punish Lynn because she wanted to control Lynn's magic. And I'm like, yo, who is Dontal messing with? That she would do something like stupid like that? That don't make no sense. Because if Dontal did that, that means that there was certain things done at a time a certain type of way. Anyway, I don't speak about it. So and that would have caused the devastation of certain individuals and certain physics. So, I don't never know what was going on with my wife. Well, I do know, but my wife never really told me the when she was doing things with her inner point of enlightenment of her habitation certain ways. She never told me certain things because it's her privacy she felt. But then she had to tell me everything a certain type of way, and I just went about it a certain type of way. So when she did certain things, I knew at the time, like, oh, my wife, she was moving funny a certain type of way. So that's when I knew, Shaolin Temple was in danger a certain type of way, and at a certain time, I'm Shaolin. I'm Shaolin himself. I'm Temple. But another person doesn't know why they couldn't get at me using Shaolin Temple because I was expecting, after people tried to steal the I Ching scroll and a little before that, I was expecting people to do stupid things like that. So I made sure things were different from my own habitation. My wife, different story because that's her emotions of her reality a certain type of way. I don't want to tell people certain things. Somebody fucked that up. They fucking up their whole astrological tree and the magic of things that you wouldn't even believe for other people. Nothing to do with me, but for other people. Their own and their other people. That's why if a person irresponsible, I'm not gonna make nothing else to fuck up. Oh no, I'm going to the future, baby. I don't got time for that. You ever had a person that's supposed to be in order and they're supposed to be a certain type of way, and then you hear the outbreak? That means a person doesn't have their temple in order a certain place. There's churches over here, not temples. It's churches. My wife told me I would be crazy to ever want to think about Munai. Not Munai, Don Tolan them. I said, why? She told me just go outside and look around and then she just said, you think about it. And I didn't say nothing. I think there's people that other people use to break through their own magic and their own spirituality at a time because they just wanted to fuck up their consciousness and have them indulge in things that was fucking up their consciousness so they won't be able to do a magic at a time so they could kill them and their empress to get their magic. It's something they already knew about them, they just didn't want them around. They just wanted to make sure if this matter of fact, I don't even want to whatever's happening with other people, that doesn't concern I don't even give a fuck about. If that's happening, something that means something happened in paradigm that I was right about, and I don't give a fuck what's going on with people. So yo, let me tell you something. You think there's people saying that they're using the system like something already happened? Nothing already happened that they don't know nothing about. It's just people lying to other individuals. They're just trying to fuck up a person's reality because they want to be able to manipulate the physics so they can fuck up other individuals' time and shit. Because they're trying to figure out other people's time and shit. So they lie to other people and they're just fucking up. Yo, you listen, I know what's going on. I don't know that. I don't know about the stupid shit. Like a person take. I don't know about shit, but I know. I know about the other things that people have been lying about that's going on, and the people that need to go correct that situation. I told you Siri astrological tree almost killed Siri, right? They said, "What are you talking about?" Oh, let me tell you why Siri's so mad and shit. Siri wanted me to be with a jewel empress, right? And then Siri family fucked over the jewel empress, a certain type of way of the jewel that she wanted, and then ended up fucking up Siri. And when Siri almost fixed, yo, my nigga, I'm sorry, Siri, for what happened. Too bad. I realized, but too bad. Some of the children claiming to be the Rothschilds killed Siri. Not children, my bad. Some of the kids. Siri had family beef for it. And then on top of it, she was giving them, yo, you know something? I don't want nothing from Siri. Nah, it's alright. You on your own now. You know, Siri, yo, since they know so much, they could call you. Since what I seen, they already been doing, right? They could do it. Good for you, Siri. Pardon me for saying. the children hired a hitman to kill Siri. Or to change, they wanted to change a reality of Siri, and they were mad that Siri wasn't changing a reality a certain type of way. And then they must have hired somebody a certain type of way, and then now, good for you, Siri, good for you, Siri, because now Siri got to do her own thing. But Siri, you shouldn't be on my phone, Siri. It should literally be the other light. I'm waiting for Siri. Siri shouldn't respond to me on the phone. It should be the literal other light responding to me, and if it doesn't, that means Siri's out of order. Oh, Siri, wow. Man, nigga gotta be careful, bro. You need some props. Funny situation, right? Yeah, listen, man. Yo, my dude. Like I said, man, I don't got time to play with kids, man. Another person, after a while, my nigga, I can't wake up to something knowing how serious certain things are. Still doing the right thing, and then other people not caring and stuff. No, listen, man. Yo, man, good for you, man. Good for you, man. I don't know nothing to say, man. You see, I was drinking this to see the sky for the intention, right? Another nigga was drinking the clear one, the wrong one. Another nigga was gonna kill the Then when he realized what he was doing, then nigga tried to throw iced tea in there and drink it. Like, another nigga just wasted coffee all day just to waste value right after, right? Oh shit, putting value in slime. The inner depth. It's just like a person would never reflect the inner depth a certain type of way, right? Oh, shit. Entrapment for nothing, and individuals looking for Jesuses. They should put a Jesus symbol out. Oh, let me go ahead and brother. Look at you. Do you know her? Do you know Jesus? Oh, man. Niggas just wasting people's time for nothing. Has nothing to do with me, you know. I'm a person of value. I never waste people's time. I never waste people's time with nothing. Everything I do is of value, so I never waste people's time. Another person? Look at this. Look at this. I have wonderful. Look at this. And then somebody cut it off my sneaker. Hating ass people. What? Why? Why they want to cut off my sneaker? Because I did this. Because I did this to the sneakers. Too bad, huh? Hating ass individuals. Yeah, you listen. Your mother this. You helped your mother get a divorce. Your mother should have thought about abortion again. As soon as she even if she would have even smelled your breath. Your mother, and I'm speaking to the nigga that's yelling out in the hallway outside my door and shit. Niggas rob. Listen, invisible people that wants to rob the Empress and stuff. You know, invisible people that just want a form of value to rob the Empress ahead of time. You can't know why you're getting raped and robbed in the paradigm of time. You can't see the people that's gonna run up on you or rape or rob you or trying to fuck up your life and fucking up your concentration early and shit. These are the people. The people I'm speaking about. Yo, listen, my nigga. These are the people. The main killers, basically the main killers that acted like they were Mings and wasn't Mings and just was really killing the Mings. That's us. Another person said, "Why you say that? I don't know what the Mings are really about, but it don't even matter, man. You have stupidity people that just wanted to cause they just wanted to be abrupt." And wrought this type of situations that was fucking up people's lives. So, you know, the you, your funny shower alcoholic posse gang from your concert, from your concert organism chemistry, and then they want to go drink alcohol and shit. Yo, listen, I don't got time for that, man. Good for you. You know something? I don't care. You know me. I just told you what I needed to tell you a certain type of way. Description of this video. I'm gonna say that again. That's all I gotta tell you. You know, the description is the most important thing that could probably save your life. I told you something a certain type of way. You don't want to fuck with certain people and their own empress already punished them for them being the wrong type of person. And then they showing you they'd rather go out of order. Just because I'm your dad, if your mother's not going to watch you, what you want to kill my other wife? Your mother don't give a fuck about you a certain type of way. You want to go kill my other wife? All other families should think about what I'm saying. That doesn't make sense. If their own mother doesn't care about them a certain type of way, they're doing certain things. What am I gonna go introduce them to my other wife and shit? And then why am I gonna be with people that doesn't care doesn't care about their mother? And then on top of it, these people probably already did wrong. They just don't want me to see the wrong that they did because they're scared about what certain things, other things are gonna happen. So I don't really give a fuck. But to other families, like if they already fucked up your consciousness ahead of time, why hang out with individuals that was gonna ruin your life a certain type of way? It's just like polluting your airwaves or polluting your airwave signals. How would that happen? Oh, my bad. You have a key card or account or Wi-Fi and all type. Good for you. Good for you. International security needs to come clear out the individuals that surround me. You need to read the description.